What's up guys? Welcome to Light Novel Exposure. Here we talk about all type of light novel and anime. Just a quick warning, these videos contain spoilers from the light novel. So now in this video we will review what happened next. Before we will proceed, please like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now without further ado, let's proceed with the video. Today we're going to talk about High School DxD Season 5 Episode 8. Even Office ends up saying that. Ha ha, my consciousness got cut. Counselor. Someone call the counselor. Crap. It seems like he is about to break because he received too much damage mentally. I got the medicine out and sprinkled it onto the jewel. Calm down, Diedrich. Here's the medicine. Diedrich, who had his jewel sprinkled with medicine, had his feelings relaxed and starts to calm down. Yeah, sorry. This medicine sure works. You are too delicate. It looks like Diedrich's soul is exhausted for real. Sorry. I'm really sorry. I want to look. Diedrich. I want to look at this possessor even more. Office stares at me again. Me. Oh man. Even if she's emotionless, it seems like her eyes have the color of interest in it. Sensei breathes out and then put his hand on my shoulder. So like that, can you leave her in this house for a few days? Just as you see, Office wants to look at you. I don't know what reason there is behind this, but it will be fine if it's just looking right. Even if you say it like that. Having her, who is the boss of the terrorists and the final boss, look at me with interested eyes is a bit. I looked at Rias for help, but I don't mind if Eyes is okay with it. Of course we will be on alert and we will have to stop her with full force if anything happens. If you accept that, then I will take this request. Azaz Rias is okay with it. I think she took an interest in Office's true motive. If we can find the string that will lead to the collapse of Chaos Brigade, then we can't ask for anything more. If we can stop the terrorist organization by talking to their boss, then that would be the best. Having the fight stop without spilling blood seems peaceful and good. But I don't think that Cao Cao would stop that easily. It seems like the revolt in each area where he tells the sacred gear possessors how to attain balance break is still going on, but is being taken care of with few exceptions. And in a situation like that, Office's thoughts will change the direction of the world. And deciding that would depend on my actions? Why is such an important task placed into my hands? I just want to live peacefully with everyone. Why does everyone bring such troubles and causes to me? I just want to live in peace. Even if I shout like that within my heart, it's certain that I have to accept this request. I'm okay with it as well. It's just that the tests are coming up soon, so if she's not a nuisance then it's okay. I gave up after giving the minimum rule. Sensei puts his hand on my head. I'm sorry for dragging you in every time, Eyes. Putting stress on you even though it's right before your important test. But this is a chance. If it goes smoothly, then the threat that each faction is facing might lessen. Yes, I will do my best. I can't decline it if Sensei bows his head down. You are my benefactor after all. I'm not in the position to say this, but Office and Kuroka, these guys have important tests coming up, so just don't disturb them. Understood. I will just relax. Office and Kuroka agreed to Sensei's order. Did they really agree to it? I was looking at the two of them with doubtful eyes, and then LeFei came to me pushing out something. It was an autograph paper. She says it while twitching her body. Battle against Biel the other day. I was deeply moved. Please give me your signature if it isn't too much. Oh yeah. This girl is my fan. Ha ha ha. All of Valley's comrades are crazy strong, but they do lack in being nervous, and they are all weirdos. Yeah. I signed her autograph paper while making a bitter smile. Like this, we took in an absurd visitor and spent our days together until the test day. It's the weekend and we still continue to study for the test. There is one girl in gothic Lolita clothing sitting at the corner looking at us. Obviously it's Office. A few days have passed since that day, and I have my books out studying with the other members of the group in the spacious living room for the exam and promotion test. And in the corner of the living room, Office is sitting staring directly at us. And that's while she is eating tea cakes that Mum gave her. This abnormal scene is very bad for me mentally. We have tests right in front of us, you know. Everyone else is studying, trying not to think about it, but sometimes they look at Office. Of course they would, since the boss of the terrorists is on standby in the corner of the room. To tell you the truth, it's not a time in which I can study right now. But I don't feel any hostility or fighting spirit from her. She really is just sitting there. Kuroka, Lefei, and Fenrir are playing at the indoor swimming pool located at the basement of the Hyodo residence. I told those two girls and the dog to remain inside the house. They agreed to it, but putting Lefei aside, I didn't think Kuroka will listen to me that easily. It seems like she will go outside if she finds the chance. It seems like a riot will occur if she is found by staff who are affiliated with the Three Big Powers Alliance. That would be scary. No, I need to concentrate on my studies. The tests are coming up. I received a recommendation, so I can't do something like betray Sirzex-sama's trust. I know the name of the 72 pillars perfectly. I also remember the rules we need to obey while living in the human world. I also remember the houses that survived and the way of how to maintain them in my head. Also the different ways of treating your familiar depending on whether it is a creature or yokai. I also kind of understand the political differences between the old Mao faction and current Mao faction. And the information regarding the legendary creatures, the dragons, has been input into my head already. I also memorized about certain gods from each faction as well. Though I'm not so sure about application problems, underworld economics, and folkloristics from different regions. NGH, Kiba and Akano-san answer questions written by Rias with ease. I'm still struggling because I still make mistakes. Maybe she feels well today, since Kaneko-chan is studying for the exam with us. Are you alright, Kaneko-chan? I'm alright, Gasper-kun. Kaneko-chan smiles at Gasper, who is worried about his friend. Her face is red as if she doesn't realize it. So it must mean that her condition is still going on. Kaneko-chan didn't appear in front of me after that incident. We both made sure not to see each other as much as possible. It seemed like she is really fighting against her instinct. Her body desires that, but her heart doesn't. She's in a complicated condition. To tell you the truth, it is really sad that I can't talk to Kaneko-chan. There were times I felt like doing something because she also sometimes shows sad expressions. But what is important right now is that I don't have contact with Kaneko-chan. Kaneko-chan became unwell right before the exam, but both Kaneko-chan and Gasper have excellent school reports, so they won't have problems for the exam even if they don't study that much. It's more like I'm in a tight situation. In that situation, Ravel taught me things I didn't know using resources. It seems like Aiz-sama will be able to answer questions regarding those people who appear in legends because you have met some of them. Though it seems like the underworld economics and folkloristics will become an obstacle for those people who have been reincarnated into a devil from a human. There are lots of differences between the values humans and devils have, so it will be natural for there to be things that are hard to understand regarding economics and folkloristics. Since the fundamental culture is different after all. So the test will ask questions about that. So even if you don't understand the feelings and thoughts of devils, I think it would be better to answer them by thinking, the devils would do it like this, instead. I see. I mean their personality changes depending from which house they are from, so the way they rule their territory is also different. Gremory has strong love, so there aren't any unfair rules towards the people living there. But it doesn't mean it's the same in the other territories, right? Since the world of devils circulate as the noble society, the different values due to different culture. Looks like most marks for the test will be about that. After all, former humans who turned into devils are going to join the world of devils, so not knowing their culture won't allow them to get a promotion. It's said that the underworld is gradually changing, but the fundamental base is different from that of the human world. Seems like understanding those things will be the problem for me. Becoming a high-class devil seems very hard. Maybe the promotion test for becoming a high-class devil might be so hard that I would get shocked. Then Asia stood up suddenly and went towards Office. Maybe eating just tea cakes might not be good, so here is some green tea. She took the cup she filled with green tea to Office. What a brave girl. Office took the cup silently and then drank the green tea. After seeing that, Asia smiled and came back to us. I then whispered to Asia's ear. You sure are brave, Asia. I thought that she might not be someone so scary. Even last night, Irina-san invited her to play cards with her. Huh, I got shocked hearing that and looked at Irina. She made a peace sign with her fingers to me with a smiley face filled with confidence. Yes, I asked her to play with me. I got to play cards with the ultimate dragon. She sure has guts. If I remember correctly, she also talked to Arthur from the Valley team during the fight against Loki. But it makes me envious of her, because she can casually talk to people even in a situation like this. Ah, did Michael-san make her into his ace knowing her personality? With a personality like this, she can communicate with any kind of person. He might have thought that keeping her in a place like this that makes her meet people from different factions will allow her to play the role of the representative of angels more significantly. A change. She's quite different from the Ouroboros that is told in the legend. Kiba said that. Akeno-san nods and agrees. She definitely has a different impression from the dragon that represents chaos, infinity and nothingness. The dragon god that is said to be infinite. Looking at her like this, she doesn't seem like a being that is called God of Dragons. Great Red looks more like a god of dragons instead. Just like Kiba said, maybe she changed because she stayed in this world too long. I think I'm beginning to understand why Sensei gained an interest in her. This dragon called Ophis must be a being filled with many doubts. And that dragon god has taken an interest in me. I took a glimpse at Ophis, and like I thought she was staring right at me. What on earth is she trying to gain from me? Just like that, the group study continued while the Dragon of Infinity remained. The night before the mid-class promotion test day, I stopped studying for the test at an appropriate time and went to sleep earlier for the test. But I noticed the atmosphere from the upper floor was different when I went to the toilet. I became suspicious of it and I went up the staircase. The door of a certain room was opened. It's Kaneko-chan's room. The lights coming from her room can be seen from the corridor. I can hear a conversation from inside the room. I killed my presence and got closer to the door. I thought it might be it. If my guess is right, then she must have. I heard her voice, just like I thought. I knew that Sharon had gone into mating season at a glance. Is it that you can't control yourself from desiring that man's genetics? This has nothing to do with Ne-sama. Now, if you want, I can teach you the method of making Securite fall for you. Just like I thought, it is Kuroka. She entered Kaneko-chan's room and is trying to put unnecessary things in her mind. Man, I told her that much not to cause any problems. And right now Kaneko-chan is in a complicated season. We will be troubled if she stimulates her in a negative way. Kuroka is erotic to begin with. Maybe I should tell her off. But how should I enter the room? It's Kaneko-chan's room, so I can't enter normally. It happened while I was thinking of how to enter her room. There is a lecherous dragon looking inside the room. It seems like Kuroka knew about me. Then it can't be helped. I will just go in. The door is opened a bit. I knocked on the door just in case and entered Kaneko-chan's room. Kaneko-chan and Kuroka sat opposed to each other in front of the bed wearing pajamas. Kaneko-chan has her cat ears and tail out. Her tail is out swinging and I can tell that she is in an excited condition. Her eyes are also sharp. But her face is red and I can tell she is about to collapse any second. Kuroka, what did you tell Kaneko-chan? You are wrong. I knew Sharon was in mating season as soon as I saw her, so I came to see how she was doing. It's a natural thing for the elder sister to do this, right? Kuroka winks adorably, but Kaneko-chan's expression just gets more serious. Seeing that, it seems like she came to look because she was interested in it rather than being worried about it as her elder sister. This season is very delicate. For example, Kuroka suddenly pulled Kaneko-chan's arm and then pushed her towards me. Kaneko-chan comes to my chest. I caught her, but Kaneko-chan, who was pushed towards my chest, made an emotional expression with her eyes teary. Senpai, the small lips made a sweet and low voice sound. Her tail that was spinning around before is now wrapped around my right arm. No matter how much you endure it, you will feel like making babies when you feel the skin of the man you love. Securite. Sharon is in a condition where she can only think of making babies with you. Even if you say that. I can't lay my hands on her. If I do anything reckless, then it will put a huge burden on Kaneko-chan's body. Even if I say that, Kaneko-chan is grinding her body against me. She tries to take my clothes off with an erotic expression as if the strong will that had been stopping her from doing it was removed. She also started to take her pajamas off as well. It's getting into a serious situation because I can see her small opie appearing and disappearing from the gaps of the pajamas. No, you can't, Kaneko-chan. If you do something like that with me and get pregnant, it will become dangerous for both Kaneko-chan and the baby with her current body. Senpai, will you not take it if it is my body? Am I not able to have sex? I'm already prepared to take on Senpai. Even if there are lots of small parts, my body is still that of a woman. That's why I want Senpai's body. Please don't say that. If you say it with an emotional face and sound like that, I will lose my consciousness. I made a promise with Rias that I will not make love to Kaneko-chan. Rias said she will give me a reward if I were to fulfill that. This is both important for me and Kaneko-chan. Endure, me. But Kaneko-chan's small body is also soft. I tried to retreat, but something got wrapped around my leg and I fell on my butt. Because of that, my sights were about the same height as Kaneko-chan and her face is right in front of me. Kaneko-chan then embraces me. It's turning into an outrageous situation. I don't want to lose to the Tori Masumi. I don't want Senpai to be taken away. Even if I can't become Senpai's manager, I think I can satisfy Senpai's desire like this. Kaneko-chan acted as if it didn't bother her, but she had Ravel in her mind. She had her in her mind because they are in the same grade. But I don't think she wants to be of use to me using her body. That's because Kaneko-chan also has her good parts. Kuroka is looking at this situation with amusement. Damn you, Nekomata woman. She's enjoying this situation. I thought she would just stay and look at us, but she came towards us instead. She removed the obi from her kimono. And started taking off her kimono. Her rich breasts appear, and even the pink part is visible. Huge. Her opie don't even lose to Rias or Akeno-san in terms of size. Taking Sakuryute's purity in front of Sharon will also be tasty as well. I couldn't help but swallow my spit because of her erotic lick-licking. Kuroka pulls Kaneko-chan off of my body, and instead hugs onto me. Her naked breasts touch me. What a rich sensation. It's similar to Akeno-san's opie, soft and magnetic, but they don't lose to Rias's opie in terms of elasticity. I was thanking the opie of Nekomata for being well balanced. I can't keep myself calm because her legs also have some nice meat on them. Apparently, there were many humans who mated with Nekomata after getting seduced by them, and I can understand why. It's too erotic. Kuroka, who is horse riding me, looks down at me and says, "You still don't have any experience, right?" She saw through me. Is it easy to tell? I thought you were having sex every night with Switch Princess Chan. Looks like you aren't. It can't be helped if you are keeping it in because of that. Alright then. This Oni-san will become your first woman. It's okay. I will teach you from the beginning. Because she said something so erotic that my brain boils, my head feels like it will blow up. She doesn't even care about the state I'm in, and starts to use her tongue to lick me from my belly up, till my neck. It's dry, but soft and warm, and the sensation of it is making me lose my mind. She starts to lick away her saliva with her tongue. This is the taste of Sakuryute I see. I memorized it. I never expected to taste it before Valley's I see. So you memorized my taste. I don't know what that means, but I know that this is certainly very erotic. Erotic. You are too erotic, Nekomata Oni-san. I started to think Valley is gay, declining to give his. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching.